the whole game, bro. I watched just a little bit of it. I got to be honest, guys. I kind of boycotted the game because of the refs and Caitlin, so I didn't really watch the whole game. But everything I heard was it was a pretty bad game. Like, it was just hard to watch. We even had WNBA reporters and people in the media stating that they left in the damn third quarter, bro. Like, that's how bad this game was. Now, I believe that Aliyah Boston kind of took offense to that being stated to her, and Candace Parker called her out.
Recent tensions have emerged between WNBA personalities following controversial statements made during a newly launched podcast featuring Aliyah Boston of the Indiana Fever and basketball legend Candace Parker. The inaugural episode has generated significant buzz due to heated exchanges and pointed criticisms regarding various league matters. The controversy centers around disagreements about the Indianapolis All-Star Showcase, with Parker expressing disapproval of the event's quality and execution. Multiple sports journalists and media representatives reportedly departed the venue during the third quarter, indicating widespread dissatisfaction with the proceedings. The game's poor reception became a focal point of debate between the co-hosts.
Candace Parker called her out for them coming out wearing them damn shirts. Now, this is what Angel Reese stated. She reposted this. She stated, "I'd be mad too if a girl who was beautiful, rich, famous, and well-liked among her peers comes in, breaks my records, gets promotion, brand deals I couldn't get, and then has the audacity to steal my vet. I'd be bitter. Clout is one hell of a drug, like it really gets to a point." So that
Parker criticized players for wearing protest shirts demanding fair compensation during the All-Star event, arguing that such displays detracted from the entertainment value that fans paid premium prices to witness. She contended that supporters invested substantial amounts for tickets expecting high-quality basketball, and the lackluster performance disappointed those expectations. Boston defended the players' stance, emphasizing that athletes consistently demonstrate their worth on the court every night throughout the regular season. She argued that using the All-Star platform to highlight pay equity issues was appropriate, especially considering players had additional games added to their schedules without corresponding compensation increases. The discussion revealed fundamental disagreements about professional responsibilities during showcase events.
That is what Angel Reese said about Candace Parker this morning. And this is when things got heated. That is because of this right here. So let me play some of these clips, guys. Let me play some of these clips here because it was pretty brutal, dog. Let's see here.
Parker suggested that players missed an opportunity to maximize their platform's impact by combining activism with exceptional performance. She drew comparisons to NBA All-Star games, noting that while male players often coast during exhibitions, they still provide entertainment value through various activities and engagement. Angel Reese became involved in the controversy through social media, posting sharp commentary about jealousy and bitterness within the league. Her statement referenced someone being upset about another player's success, popularity, endorsement opportunities, and veteran relationships, clearly alluding to ongoing tensions between certain personalities. Throughout the podcast episode, Boston appeared visibly frustrated with Parker's criticisms, particularly regarding the All-Star Game commentary.
I think it was one of the best All-Star games I won't say All-Star games because the game, I'm going to be honest with you, Leah, it was awful. But
what do you mean?
The actual game? Are you kidding me?
So right then and there, look at Aliyah Boston's face. Look at her face. She like, girl, I know you didn't just say that.
Me? What you mean? What do I mean?
The vibes were high.
Leah, y'all, and hey, listen, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to say anything. So I'm going to preface, I'm going to be your vet.
The veteran's direct approach and willingness to critique current players created noticeable tension that could impact their future collaborative efforts. Parker also discussed the Indiana Fever's recent improvements under new coaching leadership from Stephanie White. She praised the team's defensive evolution and strategic adjustments that occurred midway through the season. The analysis highlighted how the roster's versatility creates matchup problems for opponents, especially when players like Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, and others are healthy and contributing. Regarding Mitchell specifically, Parker acknowledged her exceptional performance despite historically playing for struggling teams.
Won't say anything. But y'all cannot come out there with those shirts of pay us what you owe us. Or pay us what you owe us. And then do that in the All-Star game.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the
opportunity. No,
here's the thing. No. Here's the
I'm
thing.
gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna come back.
We come out every single night and we show why we deserve the money we deserve. An All-Star game where when we have another game in 2.
She recognized Mitchell's ability to score efficiently and create shots, noting that many overlooked her talents due to the franchise's previous lack of success. Recent statistics show Mitchell leading scoring averages and breaking multiple franchise records. The discussion also touched on Parker's controversial player rankings that placed Angel Reese in a lower tier compared to other prominent WNBA stars. When questioned about social media backlash calling her biased, Parker defended her evaluation process, explaining that she ranked players from S tier down to E tier based on current performance levels. Her top tier included Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart, while other notable players fell into middle categories.
An All-Star game where when we have another game in 2 days, I think that is okay to just go out there and hoop and have some fun. Because on Tuesday, we were back at it.
I don't think it's okay. This is why. Because fans play to come see y'all play, bro. They pay good money. Like All-Star game tickets is higher than regular game tickets. And if I was a fan that paid $1,000 anything to see that, I would have been mad. I just got to be honest. I would have been.
The ranking sparked widespread criticism online, with many questioning Parker's motivations and objectivity regarding certain players, particularly Reese. These developments highlight ongoing tensions within the WNBA community regarding activism, performance expectations, and veteran-rookie relationships. The podcast's combative tone suggests that future episodes may continue generating controversy as personalities clash over league direction and player responsibilities. The situation reflects broader discussions about athlete activism, entertainment value, and professional obligations during special events. As the league continues growing in popularity and visibility, these debates about balancing social justice messaging with entertainment delivery will likely persist among players, media, and fans alike.
I would have been mad. I just got to be honest. I would have been super duper mad.
And we were playing, and we were showing once again why we deserve to get paid. Like I don't understand. I don't understand.
It wasn't the fact that you're doing something to prove why you have to be paid. I think it was just an opportunity to me on one of the biggest stages with those shirts being worn. Everyone always talks about how the NBA does not play in All-Star games. But guess what? They come down. They do windmills. They do.
The Indiana Fever defeated the Phoenix Mercury in what became a heated matchup marked by fan reactions toward DeWanna Bonner during her return to Indianapolis. Mercury supporters celebrated what they viewed as vindication for their former player, while Fever fans made their displeasure known through vocal disapproval when Bonner appeared on court. The game featured dramatic momentum shifts, with Indiana overcoming a substantial deficit to secure victory on their home floor. Fever supporters expressed no remorse for their negative reception of Bonner, viewing her departure from Indianapolis as abandonment of the franchise. The crowd's hostile response reflected lingering resentment over how the veteran player left the organization.
Stuff like that, right? Women, I understand that it is challenging. You all were added 4 to 5 games more this season without compensation, which is unfair. But I think on one of the biggest stages with people tuned in an all-star setting that was invested in more than any other all-star game previously, without Caitlin Clark, right? She was not playing. I think it was an opportunity to really go out there and.
Aliyah Copper of Phoenix criticized the fan behavior as inappropriate, defending her teammate against what she characterized as disrespect.
Beat you at home, we'll beat you away, and stop crying, Copper. Copper, Cat Copper, stop crying. Stop crying, Cat Copper. It's just very distasteful what their fan base is doing. As when it comes to DB, because she's so sweet or so in a situation. She was so sweet, she literally quit on the team. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care. Why should any of us care? If anything, we should just be celebrating. Man, this is sports. This is sports. I'm sorry.
They argued that her decision to stop participating while still receiving compensation warranted the negative reception she received upon returning as an opponent. Social media discussions following the game revealed divided opinions about appropriate fan conduct. Some defended Indianapolis supporters' right to express displeasure toward former players, while others questioned whether the treatment crossed acceptable boundaries. The debate extended beyond basketball, touching on broader questions about athlete loyalty and fan expectations in professional sports. Comparisons emerged to similar situations in other sports where players faced hostile receptions after controversial departures.
Just be celebrating. Man, this is sports. This is sports. I'm sorry. Dewana Bonner's a legend, but you want to know what she is? Do you want to know what she is to the Indiana Fever? She's a legend to the WNBA. She's a snake to the Indiana Fever. And you want to know what the whole Indiana Fever, what the whole Indiana Fever looked like. The whole Indiana Fever team, they made sure as hell that they were not just any old
Examples from soccer leagues demonstrated that such fan reactions occur globally when athletes leave teams under disputed circumstances. The pattern suggests that negative crowd responses represent common occurrences rather than isolated incidents specific to women's basketball. The Mercury organization appeared surprised by the intensity of fan reactions, with team personnel expressing concern about the treatment their player received. However, Fever supporters remained unapologetic, insisting that professional athletes must accept both positive and negative consequences of their career decisions. They emphasize that choosing to compete at the highest level includes facing criticism from passionate fan bases.
Any old basketball players. They were all Homer Simpson on freaking whacking day, getting ready to get rid of all the snakes. Getting ready to get rid of all the snakes. Because you better believe they all channeled their inner Homer Simpson for whacking day, because we beat the snake. We beat the snake that's currently down there in Phoenix, and I don't care that Dewana Bonner is a legend in the WNBA. As a Fever fan, she's a snake. I don't care what she did for another team. I couldn't care less how good Dewana Bonner was.
Basketball analysts noted that the controversy reflected growing investment in WNBA teams among local supporters. Rather than viewing fan reactions as problematic, some observers interpreted the passionate responses as evidence of increasing engagement with individual franchises rather than generic league support. This development suggests evolving relationships between teams and their communities. The game itself showcased competitive basketball despite the surrounding drama. Both teams demonstrated skill and determination, with key plays determining the outcome in crucial moments.
A decade ago for the Phoenix Mercury. I don't care what she did for the Phoenix Mercury. At the end of the day, she screwed over the Fever. She screwed over the Fever. It's like, oh, but she has a good relationship with the players and coaches. Fuck that. This is sports fans. Let's not pretend that sports isn't a thing. And I don't know who this person is, but obviously they are someone who works at the Mercury. I don't know who they are. They blocked me. So you can see what it is. You can see what it is. Like, my feed blowing up like crazy. No words on what to say.
Copper's performance included important contributions despite her post-game comments about fan behavior, highlighting the ability of professional athletes to focus on competition amid external distractions. Discussion about appropriate fan conduct continued after the contest, with various perspectives emerging about acceptable behavior toward former players. Some argued that professional sports inherently involve emotional investment that occasionally manifests through negative crowd reactions. Others suggested that certain boundaries should govern fan expression regardless of competitive circumstances. The incident illustrated broader themes about loyalty, expectations, and consequences in professional athletics.
I can guarantee you half of the stuff is just going to be stop crying. I can guarantee you half the stuff is just going to be stop crying. Let's look at the quotes. It's normal sports behavior, yeah? Anything crazy, come on now. Because Fever fans are definitely the only ones who boo players. Man, the Aces fans booed Hamby's kid. This is sports, you gotta toughen up. Since when is booing for an opponent distasteful? I don't do it. I actually don't do it. I don't care. But you know what? I'm not going to tell a fan what to do and what not to do as long as it's within reason. When a player quits in your team,
When players make decisions prioritizing personal interests over team commitments, they often face criticism from supporters who feel betrayed. Such dynamics exist across all major sports, suggesting that women's basketball experiences similar pressures and reactions as other professional leagues. Fever supporters emphasize their commitment to supporting players who demonstrate loyalty to the franchise while expressing displeasure toward those who leave under questionable circumstances. They argued that maintaining such standards encourages future players to honor their commitments rather than abandoning teams when convenient.
Tell a fan what to do and what not to do as long as it's within reason. When a player quits in your team, yeah, this professional sports, athletes booed. Imagine a real league we cry and complain about your teammate who quit getting booed by fans. Man, like, you better believe, like, there's a player in Leeds United, Jack Harrison, who quit us for 2 years, went on loan, now suddenly he's back. He gets booed every time he touches the ball by his own fans. He's a Leeds United player, gets booed by his own fans every time he touches the ball. Hardworking Americans can't just quit their job and get the job of their dreams the next week. And you know what? Welcome to pro sports. There is actually no...
This perspective reflects traditional views about athlete-fan relationships in competitive sports. The controversy also touched on media coverage of women's basketball, with discussions about whether the league receives different treatment compared to male-dominated sports. Some observers suggested that similar incidents in men's leagues generate less attention, while others argued that growing media focus reflects increased interest in women's professional basketball. Phoenix officials and players expressed disappointment with the reception Bonner received, viewing it as unnecessarily harsh treatment of a respected veteran.
Oh, out-of-line responses. There's no out-of-line responses. Absolutely no out-of-line responses. She didn't want to play, so she took her ball and went home. Here we go. This better not be real. It's basketball. I'll boo my own sister if she's playing against me. There is no out-of-line comments, but you can see right here. You can see right here my feed blowing up. Okay, no word on what to say. What do you mean no word on what to say? All they said was, yeah, fans can boo. And the best thing about this, man, DeWanna Bonner.
However, Indiana supporters maintain that their reactions reflected genuine emotional investment in their team's success rather than personal animosity toward individual players. They insisted that professional competition naturally involves such passionate expressions. The debate extended to questions about player movement and team loyalty in modern professional sports. As athletes gain greater freedom to change teams, fan expectations about commitment and loyalty continue evolving.
The best thing about this, man, DeWanna Bonner. Man, she definitely don't want to play in Indiana anymore. That's all I'm gonna say. Ken Swift, anyone saying racist? Nah, nothing. Not even some noises. Mercury team, no, just some boos. Okay, I'm gonna go with distasteful then. Stop crying, Cat Copper. That's all I can say. Stop crying, Cat Copper. And I'm not gonna make any other comments on.
The Bonner situation exemplified these tensions, with supporters demanding accountability from players who receive significant compensation from their organizations. Social media amplified discussions about the incident, with various stakeholders sharing opinions about appropriate fan behavior and player responsibilities. The online discourse reflected broader cultural conversations about sports, loyalty, and acceptable expressions of disappointment when professional relationships deteriorate. Ultimately, the controversy highlighted the passionate investment that WNBA fans have developed in their teams, suggesting that women's basketball has achieved significant cultural relevance.